I feel like I'm having a what matters crisis right now. It's such a crazy end to the summer and fall. I intentionally took some time away from weather over the holidays. And now it's like I feel like I need to launch back in. Part of me really wanted to. I miss the routine. I love what I do. But as we move into a new year, I want to reflect on last year. Ask yourself those questions. What went really well? What did I like? What do I want to do again? What do I not want to do anymore? What new things do I want to do? And so I keep making lists of here's the ideal routine. Here's what you should do every day. Here's what I want to focus on. Here's what I want to be in 2022. And they're all the same ideas, and it's so muddy, and I just feel paralyzed with it. And then I go full circle and I'm like, yeah, it's winter, it's cold, it's quiet. Take this time, instead of complaining about how it's not active in the Midwest right now and we're getting missed by all the snow, and just know that it will be active and that time will come in a few weeks. Use this time to reflect. Use this time to reflect and decide all those things and answer those questions. Not today, but over the next few weeks. I love these oak trees that are on the edge of the woods here. You can see it better if I keep walking. But they focus all their energy on growing out toward the opening here, the edge of the woods. So all of their branches are reaching for the sun here in the southern and the western sky. Friggin' love these trees.
On a snowy morning in early January, we loaded up the car and drove down to Gainesville, Florida to visit Sophie's family. The trip offered a gradual transition from slushy wet snow in the Midwest, dreary rain in Georgia, to a warm and sunny landing in Florida. We arrived at Sophie's dad's place down a pair of Birkenstocks and with one newly swollen ankle after I tumbled down some hotel stairs. Sophie enjoyed time with her nibblings, her niece and nephews in Gainesville, and then as I'd promised her before her September brain surgery, we got Sophie to the beach. She enjoyed some summer-like warmth while I enjoyed sitting back and watching her do her beach yoga. It wasn't lost on me how cool it was to be standing in the very body of water that supplies much of the moisture that fuels the thunderstorms I enjoy every spring and summer. The coolest part was the well-timed nature of this visit to the Gulf of Mexico. A dynamic storm system in the central US was sucking moisture northward off the Gulf, visible just above the horizon streaming from left to right across the setting sun, and after dark as a thick fog rolled on shore. Overnight, a cold front swept through, and we awoke to a cool and windy final morning in St. Petersburg.
Mexico. Cold front just came through, swept across the Gulf. Of course, the air mass has been modified. It's not nearly as sharp of a cold front as it was across the lower 48. Got a winter storm ongoing in the mid-south. parts of the Mid-Atlantic, and then here in St. Petersburg, Florida, the front coming across, very strong, you know, basically frictionless surface flow just screaming off the Gulf of Mexico here. More of a dew point trap than a temperature drop here in western Florida. Crazy, rough seas coming off the Gulf.
The family early at our Middle Point Hotel in Chattanooga, Tennessee, so we could beat a winter storm through the Mid-South. Rather than sneaking through ahead of the storm like I'd hoped, we core punched it in Nashville. With the recent disaster on I-95, with people and their cars being stranded for over 24 hours fresh in my mind, my heart sank as traffic came to a halt as we neared Nashville. Sheets of snow were blowing through the metro, and with one final exit available to me, I took it. I decided I would much rather trudge through downtown on smaller roads and highways where at least I have options. If you or someone else loses it on the interstate, there's nobody coming, and no one is going anywhere. We limped into Clarksville and stopped to kiss the ground and grab some lunch before continuing our journey north.
Something stimulating weather, right? Hanging out in some snow in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm ready to keep rolling to snowless Illinois. No snow in Illinois.
Freezing rain slid into Illinois on the 8th of January with an icy glaze coating roads and vehicles in Champaign-Urbana. After a holiday lull, work travel ramped back up in mid-January. For the next few weeks, I'll average 1,000 miles of driving and a couple presentations a week while I speak at winter and early spring ag meetings held before farmers hit the fields for the coming growing season. It's cold.
We're leaving town very early. What's best for the color? I put the headlights on. Here I go again on my own. 3:30 in the morning, headed for central Iowa. No supercells, just more talking weather. We're gonna be in the Hampton, Iowa area, talking about the usual disruptive weather patterns in production agriculture. We'll recap last summer, the fall, the very mild fall we had, the very warm, humid, severe weather-filled December that we had, the patterns that caused that, what we're looking for as we come out of spring and go into, come out of winter and go into spring. And then of course we already want to know if there's going to be drought this summer, but yeah, it's just a little chance to show what meteorologists are seeing behind the scenes, talk about some of the clues that we look for, talk about weather forecasting in general, where it's at as a science, how accurate we can truly be. The more transparent that you are with people, the more seriously that they'll take you. And as a meteorologist, being transparent means letting folks in on the uncertainty. Chance for some snow flurries on the drive today, but I think the best chance for flurries is right here, and so we're leaving that. So not expecting really anything as far as stimulating weather on this journey, just kind of a cloudy, cold day. Although, actually,
the skies will clear as we drive further west, so we'll trade the flurries for some sunshine. Alright. Early morning sports talk radio. Take me to Iowa.
-6 or -7, whatever it hit in my car yesterday morning. You gotta be kidding me. That's like a bad joke. Yeah, it does. It does feel like a bad joke, and it's numbing, literally and figuratively. But today, 20 will feel somewhat balmy.
When that morning coffee hits, if you know what I mean. Thank God for Casey's in the middle of nowhere, an oasis. All right, let's roll. For it to be early enough for Starbucks to be open. Just stopped for gas out of necessity. I was hoping to tie up gas and another round of coffee. Traveling like this during the end of the winter, the great thing is that it helps the backside of winter go by really fast because I'm so busy that January, February, and early March just fly by. Because I'm either traveling to a presentation, giving one, prepping for one, doing all of my usual work, preparing for spring. The downside is it's freaking cold outside. Just traveling kind of sucks. It's like a heavy snow shower up here. That's kind of cool. Being lit up by the city lights of Peoria. Finished presenting here in Hampton, Iowa, where it's actually winter. I'm not wearing my coat for some reason, even though it's like 3 degrees. And they've got snow on the ground. But we're done here. Just had a nice morning presentation after driving through the dark of the morning. Nice lunch, and now make the 5.5-hour drive back to Illinois, where it's 20 degrees warmer and there's no snow on the ground. My eyes are gonna start watering from the cold wind. Whew. Looks like maybe 5, 6, 7 inches of snow on the ground here. Again, air temp was below 0 when I showed up. It's like balmy 5 now. Let's go to Illinois where it's in the 20s.
A major winter storm could drop around a foot of snow or more on Champaign County and other parts of central Illinois tonight into Thursday. It's part of a much larger storm that's expected to bring snow, sleet, and freezing rain through the plains, Midwest, Southern Rockies, and parts of the Northeast. Meteorologist Andrew Pritchard says the storm will start in central Illinois with rain this afternoon, changing to a wintry mix tonight with snow falling on Wednesday and Thursday.
Wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour will create blowing and drifting snow Wednesday night and Thursday as well. Travel will be very difficult to impossible across all of central Illinois on Wednesday and Thursday, with some roads likely still snow or ice covered into the weekend. All right, so morning speaking engagement's done. I'm all talked out for the morning. After I finished speaking, I sat down and put out a report I have to do every day for the Canadian Prairie, and then went through the morning guidance there just to see if anything's changed with our winter storm, which it's not. 15 inches would be the all-time record for a single day snowstorm in Champaign-Urbana. So we'll see, maybe pushing all-time record territory. Treacherous couple of days coming up, but we're gonna head home
I'm going to be doing some briefings for local media ahead of the storm, and then hunkering down. I'm going to see what's left at the grocery store. I've been telling everyone to get prepared, and you won't be driving anywhere Wednesday and Thursday, and then forgot I would be on the road all day today. So I'm going to get home Tuesday afternoon, see what is left for us to eat, and then hunker down for a rainy Tuesday night and a wintry mix Tuesday night. The snow doesn't even start till tomorrow, but all the preparation needs to happen today. All the warning needs to happen today, because folks need to make plans for tomorrow.
Just waking up here, 5 a.m. Snow is first falling. Coffee was not ready for me. Forgot to hit brew later. So, I'll just wake up like this. Still expecting over a foot. Yep, I am good to go.
Okay. Well, good point to get through. What's going on right now, and what can we expect to be showers through today?
Well, we have made the transition over to snow here in Champaign-Urbana. We had rain early on yesterday evening, changed over to a wintry mix during the overnight. There is an icy glaze on some of the vehicles and surfaces out there. But as of about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, we've got a steady snow falling out there, and we've got some heavier snowfall rates on the way. There's a big area of precipitation that really, if you take a look at the national radar, extends all the way from the southern plains into the Great Lakes, and we've been waiting on a cold front to slide through to drop those temperatures, and from here forward, we'll be seeing primarily snow. Possible, maybe we see some sleet mixing in there at times, but as we head through the rest of Wednesday morning into early afternoon, that's when we expect to see the heaviest snowfall rates here across Champaign County. So
All right, it's around 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning, February 2nd. Got the heaviest snow rates of the event so far blowing into downtown Urbana. Gusty winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour. I would imagine we're probably doing 2 inches per hour snow rate right now. Really ripping. Snow efforts, snow removal efforts though continuing through the storm. It's certainly coming down out there. I'm not going to be out here doing this for long, but during this initial first burst of heavier snow rates, I wanted to get out and just shoot some scenes. But then as the snow starts getting deeper, I'll follow my own advice and stay home for my own safety, and so those folks can just clear the roads. I would already feel like a jerk being out here, but not alone at this point, and God bless Subaru. Feels like I may as well just be driving on dry pavement here. This Forester, I swear, it just grips snow so well. So anyway, I'm gonna take advantage of some of the early scenes here with the heavy snow on Wednesday morning, and then if we go out again, we'll walk. Gorgeous winter scenes here on the University of Illinois campus, here at the alma mater. Corner of Wright and Green. Still getting some of the heavier banding here this morning. We need to tap into this as much as we can if we want to hit a foot. This wind's blowing around. Classes are virtual today. No, in-class instruction happening, but still some folks out walking around enjoying it and taking some photos. Like myself. Windsor Road in Urbana, a pretty major road through southern Urbana, completely covered by snow and ice here at 11 a.m. Strong winds and heavy snow continuing. Probably 4 or 5 inches on the ground. Blowing and drifting happening here, especially on the outer edges of town. I'm on the south side of Urbana right now. I'm gonna head back home, I think. Morning after the storm, and I'm gonna see if I can be like the first person to get out of town. I'm supposed to be speaking in Muscatine, Iowa, where they didn't get any of this snow. Alright, focus on the back end here. I can get out of my driveway. Feel good about that because I shoveled last night, but I don't know what we'll find on the interstate. Backward. Into the trees. Here we go. You know, I never understood people who shoveled during a snowstorm. Till I became the proud owner of one long-ass driveway. Alright. We'll call that shoveled, right? Alright. Gracefully out of the driveway. Last night, Interstate 74 was closed because it was just a sheet of ice and compacted snow. Hoping they had the night to kind of get a lane cleared. I'm gonna have to drive like 45 minutes through winter storm impacted landscape, and then once I get on the other side of like Bloomington, they didn't get hardly any snow, at least not in the last 36 hours. It's Friday, so I'm up early, putting in some work. I got a nice date planned with my wife when I get home. Spend some quality time with Sophie. She will have the house to herself today. Meanwhile, we're on our way to Muscatine, Iowa.
Found the snow-covered Cloudmobile amongst the snow-free vehicles here in Muscatine, Iowa. So we made it. We spoke. We're gonna go home, have a date with my wife, and a nice relaxing weekend. I don't know why I am the way that I am. We just barely coasted in here. Fill up the tank one more time. We'll be home in 2 hours. Just trying to get rid of this lack of sleep headache so we can make the last 2 hours home. It's always the first sign I have not slept enough. My right side of my head just starts throbbing. So if you've watched this far into this vlog, you're definitely my target audience, and yes. So I want to ask, what do you want to see more in 2021? What do you want to see in 2022? How about that? I think I've got a plan. Drink like a child, wearing half of it. So I was trying to think, how can I vlog more? Because I really like this kind of thing, but also still do some kind of like storm chasing series at the end of the year. And I think I figured it out. I think we're gonna keep doing these like daily life vlogs. They're not daily life. I did one in December and I one in January, but I'm gonna try and increase the frequency here. Have these kind of general vlogs that are, you know, the story of my relationship with the weather, you know, document everything, and the weather events kind of fall in between. But then we'll have like the storm chasing vlogs that tell the story of the storm. But what else is out there? Like, do you want me to tell past stories? Do you want me to try and do like educational stuff? I feel like there's so much of that out there. That's not really, I don't know. Maybe there needs to be more. I'm just excited for this year. The weather's been so boring in the Midwest thus far this winter. It's really been like an East Coast storm track. I'm traveling again Tuesday and Friday next week. Anyway, got about 2 more hours, we'll be home. Sun's setting now, so leave home at the dark of the morning and we'll get home in the dark of the night. About 1,200 miles, a couple of presentations, not enough sleep the last 48 hours. But I just get to talk weather to people, and that is the dream. If I would have told myself, you know, as a kid, or if someone told me that when you grow up you'll get to be a meteorologist that gets to run himself to the point of exhaustion traveling around talking about the weather in my home, the American Midwest, definitely a dream come true. You know, leave a comment. What do you think I should be doing more? You want more live stuff? That's something I've really been hesitant to get into, but you know, dabbling a little bit more in recently. You want more live stuff? Live severe weather coverage, live storm chasing. It's not my thing, but you know, I could be pressured. I got into the storm chasing, like live streaming, early. I would like to say I was one of the first people doing it in the mid-2000s. 2008, and then really in 2009 I was streaming with TVN, Reed and his crew, and I did it for a couple of years and I really tried, and I got so frustrated with it. Adding in like the tech element to storm chasing for me is not a thing. I know there's a big overlap with storm chasing, or storm chasers and like techies, people who love technology and, you know, wiring things up and getting creative, and that is not me. When I'm out storm chasing, I want to be giving my attention to the weather, like the setup, what's going on, the storms. I don't want to be like checking my internet connection and my, you know, streaming bit rate. And so I quit. I definitely quit live streaming, dropped it. And I decided I would rather just focus all my attention on the actual chase, documenting the storm with my camera, and then I will show you my chase later. But now that I don't have to deal with a bunch of wires and internet connections and, you know, just do it with my phone. What else? Do you want anything? Is this fine? Is this all you need? Anyway. See you next time. Maybe it'll be with some snow. Maybe it'll be driving. Maybe it'll be more rain. Maybe it'll be thunder. At any rate, though, if you haven't already, hit that like, that subscribe button. Help grow the thing. Let's just do it organically. I'm not going to pay for followers and likes and stuff. I'm not going to spam the platform. But if you like it,